sandboxes, packet sniffing, malware analysis, and lasers. This time on Hak5.
Hello, welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen.
My name is Shannon Morse.
It's your weekly dose of techno-lust.
Welcome to the show, everybody. And first off, thank you so much to everybody who has contributed to ThreatWire. We have officially hit our $2,000 goal, which means we're going to be starting an RSS for you guys. I'm so stoked about that. That was a big, big goal for us over on patreon.com/ThreatWire to get to 2,000 as our contributing level per month, and then we would start doing a video RSS because it takes a lot of management and a lot of time to do an RSS. So that was a big one. I'm so stoked.
And it's being done indie, so we have to spin up our own content delivery network because we can't just piggyback on discoveries like we did for a while. It's okay because they don't watch this show, so it's cool.
Hey guys.
Hi.
So today's fun. We have a lot of interesting gadgets over here. and yes, in the cold open, I was definitely wearing glasses over my glasses because I'm cool like that, so deal with it.
I'm gonna get even cooler, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a good look for me.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take these off for now because they're a little bit annoying.
I think it's a good look for you.
Yeah, right over the prescription glasses.
Oh yeah, I'll go green. Hey, now we're festive and holiday. There's a reason for the colors.
There is a reason for these. Do you know what every process on your computer is doing on your network?
Shannon, did you just tell me it's 10 o'clock? Do you know where your children are?
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't think so. I mean, a lot of us don't know what every single process is doing on our network at any given time, unless you're like staring at packet analysis for every single minute. So with so many programs available and some with less than good intentions, how does one go about analyzing their network activity? That's a hard question to answer, so we're going to do just that on today's show. So Darren, what is going on?
Well, okay, here's the reason. I may have blown up the laser cutter at Hak5.
Uh-huh.
It went kaboom.
How did that happen?
My tip to you guys is when you're dealing with a very large and expensive 40,000 milliwatt laser, it's more fun to say than 40 watt.
Yes.
And it's a liquid cooled system that relies on the reservoir being filled with water and the pump like not seizing up and you need to check the water flow because if you're lasering and then things get hot and then crack and then the whole place smells like ozone and it's fantastic. Yay. So given that, all I needed to do real quick was some engraving work. I'm just like, what can I get on like Amazon Prime? And I found this guy, which is a 1,000 milliwatt, it's a 1 watt laser on a CNC gantry that has a USB serial connection to a computer.
There's a laser in there.
And there's a little laser, yes.
And it works.
And it works, and it'll engrave, and that's fantastic because that's all I needed to do.
So tell me about the reviews on this product on Amazon.
Pretty terrible, I would say. I did some I watched some video reviews of it, and essentially it works. Like, like it does what it says on the tin. It will engrave whatever you want. You know, and it's got a smallish bed, but you know, dude, it's something that sits on your table, and it was super cheap.
Totally.
So I was like, I'll give it a try. But the main thing about the reviews was they were like, software is riddled with malware. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, surely there's going to be some open source alternative. You know, maybe it probably just wants a G code. I haven't even dug into it. But I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. Let's check that out. And then right after purchase, I got this email. And you know, Merry Christmas from the seller. That's really nice. But they wanted to remind me that
I always delete these type of emails.
Right? Sorry to bother you. Please kindly pay attention. The software is stored on the USB drive. We're wondering if you get the guitar. This is the guitar. Oh, isn't that cute?
They sent you a guitar
drive.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. And
we all know what it's like to plug in random USBs into your USB
We're wondering if you
ports.
get the guitar. And that you can also download the software from my.pcloud and all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, then note, might need to temporarily shut down the antivirus software before downloading the software. Otherwise, some files of the software could be mistaken for a virus and be deleted by the antivirus software and, you know, all the rest. Cordially yours. So it's like,
oh, yay.
Oh.
Okay.
Now we have a project.
All right, so you're basically telling me that you're going to actually download that and you're going to run it?
Yeah. Yeah, but not on
Not on our network.
not on my bare metal Windows machine. In
That's
fact, if
right.
you notice, the operating system this year is not. This is Ubuntu with GNOME 3.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
gotta love that.
Are you going to run a VM?
I am absolutely gonna run a VM.
Okay, I feel a lot better now.
Yeah, I mean, typically my Windows machines, they pretty much only run software from Adobe, Autodesk, a couple of utilities like Slack,
Yeah. Things that
Putty.
you need it for.
things that I know.
Yeah.
So for everything else, though, there's a VM.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, virtual machines are a great way to test out software. We've talked about this in the past before because you can easily take a snapshot and then you can restore snapshots way more easily than you can do with a bare metal machine. And we've talked about VMs in the past. You know, we've done like the server-side stuff with VMware eSexy or ESXi. We've done Citrix Zen Server. On the PC side,
I've done a bunch of reviews of them on Hak5 too.
they're good stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
they are. They're
I
great.
am personally on the desktop side a fan of the open source stuff like from VirtualBox.
VirtualBox is awesome.
QEMU is pretty good. KVM is awesome. I
Yeah.
love KVM. But a lot of those are like products that are, you know, more of the underlying plumbing of. They're not as pretty.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Some-
That's true.
Sometimes I just need something that gets the job done, and I have no problems paying for something good. So
What do you use?
I actually use VMware Workstation.
Oh.
I know it's a bit pricey. You wait for them to do a sale, and anyway, or you look around for a deal. But I prefer it. Just
Yeah.
it gets the job done, especially when it comes to USB pass-through, which I've had.
You know what it's also good for?
What's
when
this?
you get those tech support scam callers like we did a couple of weeks ago, and I recorded it and put it on my vlog because it was so funny.
Oh right.
Remember that?
Hey.
And then you totally concede them?
I may have that was pretty immature of me. Hey, Jimmy.
Concede the scam caller.
Jimmy, roll the tape. Who's Jimmy? Type the name of a program, folder, document, or internet resource, and Windows will open it for you.
Okay, middle of this page, do you see anything written in the box?
No,
Middle of this box?
there's nothing in the box.
Okay, type it over there,
www.supremo.control.
Yep. Click on OK. Below that, you see option like OK. Hit OK.
Okay, just so I hit OK, and it's opening up. Well, it opened up Windows Internet Explorer.
Do you see any Supremo page?
No,
Blue color page.
it's just saying detecting proxies. Oh, hang on. It says waiting for. Okay, so it says supremo.
Okay, do you see any option like download? Orange color box, download.
Yes, it says download.
Give a click on download. This
Oh.
is our company software, okay?
Okay, it says run, save, cancel.
Run, click on run.
All right, I clicked on
Click
run.
on run, click on run. Yep.
All right, I clicked on run again.
Okay, do you got any option? Let me know, okay?
Well, it says, do you want the following program to make changes to this computer?
Yes. Any option like yes, no?
Yeah, it says.
Give a click on yes.
Okay, I'm gonna click on yes.
What do you see after that?
Well, it says welcome to Supremo. Run Supremo, install Supremo unattended access, and it asks for a password.
Okay, do one thing. You underneath that, do you see any option like accept? You give a click on accept.
All right, I clicked accept, and now it says connect to a remote computer, specify the ID.
Okay, do you see any ID number and password?
Yes, it says ID number
Tell me
235.
the number.
Okay, the number is 235 750 590.
Okay, do you see the password?
It says the password is 8737.
3737, right?
8737.
8737. Okay, just give me a minute, sir, okay? Just
Okay.
hold on a minute. Yeah. Okay. Just hold on. Do you see the mouse is moving?
Yeah, the mouse is moving, but I'm not moving it.
Because you are connect your computer to department, okay? So that's why you are connected to your computer, Microsoft department.
What Microsoft
So we are
department?
working in your computer, don't touch it.
Okay.
I'm talking about the another computer, sir.
No, there's a black screen on my other computer.
Okay, do you see all of your icons?
No, it's not on.
Okay, turn on your computer.
Okay.
Take your time.
Is my computer going to be okay?
Yeah, I will fix your computer, don't worry, okay? If you have any problem in your computer, you tell me so I can fix it, okay?
Okay.
Turn on your another computer.
All right, my other computer is starting up.
Okay, when you can see all of your icons, let me know, okay?
Okay. Hello? Microsoft?
Sorry, I can't hear you properly. Can you tell me once again?
Oh, I was saying that my other computer said it ran into a problem and that it's restarting.
Oh, he hung up, man.
Wait, hang on, he's still on the computer.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Maybe he'll call back.
Oh, he's connecting back to TeamViewer.
Maybe he'll call back.
I know, right? Connecting to Samsung. Oh, now it says Samsung. It was Microsoft before. Do you want to use your... Oh my god, he's connected back to... Oh, he's just created a loop. He's just connected back to this computer. Oh no, this is his computer. You can see his Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What is that icon? I've never seen that before.
File transfer. Yeah, the good thing this is a VM because we're
Well,
just...
duh.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a call.
I'm totally not. Oh god, is it what I think it's gonna be?
It is. He's still on it. Oh, damn it. Hang on. We got too many. Don't look.
Oh
Don't
god.
look.
I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna record it either. This is bad. It's so
No,
gross.
this is the best part. This is the best part.
Are you gonna send him there?
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna
So
troll him?
he's on my computer and. Oh!
That's so gross.
I just goat-seed the tech support.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Oh, this virtual machine is toast.
Oh my god, that's
he
awesome.
he just closed it. He just closed it.
It's like, oh, he's gonna get fired.
Hello?
Yes, are you
Do
there?
online banking?
Yes, I do online banking.
Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, log into your bank. Log into your bank. Log into your bank. Okay, log into your bank. Do you know how to log in?
I know how to log in, but I have to call them for the password. What phone number? Where do I call you back?
Okay, do you know you type your social security number? Type your debit card number. Besides it.
Well, is it the entire debit card number?
Yes, yes.
Oh, hang on. That's my. Do you want my debit card number or my credit card number?
Debit card number, debit card number.
Okay.
Just check your debit card number is correct or not, okay? Don't put the wrong number.
That's my debit card number. I didn't get your name. What's your name?
My name is Peter Hudson.
Peter. Thank you, Peter. Just a moment. Okay, I'm gonna have to call them back. Can I call you back when I get off the phone with them?
Okay, you log into your bank, I'll call you back, okay? Don't turn off your computer.
Are you gonna call me back?
I'm calling you back after 5 minutes. Log into your bank.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay.
I got 5 minutes to create a phishing page.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
So that's Microsoft customer service right there. I think that number's different.
Oh, yeah, and now he's popping up the team viewer. He's just like, I'll call you back, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to call you. I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah, me too. I'm bored now.
Yeah.
Bored now.
Okay.
What was that? Get it again.
It was a spreadsheet.
Bro, I'm recording in 4K, dude.
Damn, I had it for a second. I had a spreadsheet open. Connecting. Log in. Okay, here it is. Oh, he changed the password. Damn.
Oh, man.
That sucks. Oh, VM. Snapshot. Revert to snapshot first boot. Yeah. That's a good virtual machine. Well, thanks, Jimmy. That was, I don't know who he is. Fantastic.
But it's so good.
And you too can do that at home.
Yeah, that was fine. Although we did get kind of bored after like half an hour, so we ended up just turning it off. We were like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Ignore. So now that you have a throwaway Windows VM, how do you go about analyzing the potential malware that you're most likely going to get from downloading this?
Okay, so we've done a whole series, or we could actually do a whole series on reverse engineering binaries and doing things, pulling out IDA Pro and doing malware analysis. And to be honest with you guys, it's quite out of my wheelhouse. So until I've really come up to speed on that, I wouldn't be comfortable showing you guys something that I'm not like really versed in. That's really something that we should have in80 from Dulcor to come on, because that's what he does.
Oh.
He's a fantastic malware reverser.
Oh, cool.
I am a network guy, and I'm more interested in seeing, like, a lot of the reviews say, oh, it installs a remote access Trojan.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, there's going to be a lot of network traffic, and that's what I'm keen on checking out, because that's just kind of the guy I am.
Okay.
And considering that the program is meant to control a simple CNC laser, like, there is no reason whatsoever that this thing should be making any network connections. So if it does, that's suspicious.
Yeah, of course.
And if it's really lame, maybe it's in. I mean, I haven't done this yet. I'm excited. So you'll see us test this live, and maybe it's like a botnet using IRC as its protocol. I don't know. We'll see what the CNC is.
So
the command and control CNC of the
Such a bad
CNC.
That's such a bad joke. Okay, so if this were like a bare metal machine, if it were, I would just use Wireshark to sniff out the Ethernet traffic. So how does this change if it's a virtual machine?
It's very much the same way. It's similar, except you do have a nicer vantage point in that you think about the links in the chain until it gets to the network, and you're actually really close to the endpoint. So here's the guest operating system. And
like
what's the next
OSI model?
Yeah.
Yay.
The next step over is the hypervisor, is the host operating system, and then it's the network card, and then it's the switch, and then it's the DHCP. It's all the rest of the network.
Right.
So you're like perfectly poised as a man in the middle to go ahead and sniff that traffic. And sniffing VMware interfaces is pretty easy. So why don't we just first? We're going to use VMware as our demo here, because what I use, but it's very similar. Depending on if you use VirtualBox or things of that nature.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take a look. I've got my Windows machine over here on the right. You can see I've pulled up command prompt, and
I'm assuming first off you got to figure out which interface you're going to use.
Yeah, exactly. So on my Linux side, I'm just going to run. That's a little too big. Come on. Ifconfig tac-a, which will show all the interfaces, and you can see in addition to low, my favorite interface, because there's no place like low, and what used to be WLAN 0 and makes sense, and now is some terrible beast. I also have vmnet 1 and vmnet 8. So I have two VMware interfaces, and I need to figure out which one is for this particular virtual machine. One of them has a 192.168.2.1.1, and the other one has a 192.168.1.3.3.1.
Okay.
So checking my Windows box over here, when I do that ipconfig, you can see it has an IP address of, if I hit Alt space, edit mark, I get 192.168.133.128. So
it's in that 1331 area.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's how I know it's using the vmnet 8 thing.
Okay.
So if it's bridged, which it's not, but if it were, for instance, in a bridged configuration as opposed to in a NAT configuration, you could use anything. Like, for instance, I could just go ahead here and do tcpdump tac-i for interface vmnet 8, And I would sudo bang bang because I forgot to sudo that. And there we go. Now we're listening. Let's create some network
cool.
traffic. Ping 8.8.8.8. No, let's do some DNS as well. Ping, oh wow, look at that. Oh, that's a DHCP version 6 client thingy. And that's an ARP packet, Darren.kitchen. And it just did, haha, now I'm looking at icmp over to my server in the cloud.
Apache server.
There you go.
Yeah,
cool. It's over at DreamHost. I love those guys.
That's really cool.
So, there you go, if it's in bridge configuration.
And if it's not?
Well, if it's not in bridge configuration, thankfully, and this is really cool, you may have, for instance, multiple virtual machines in a NAT environment where they're all connected to each other on their own virtual switch before they all go out.
Okay.
And in that case, one, you may not want to just sniff that interface because you're going to get the traffic from all of the different virtual machines on that virtual switch. The other reason why you might not want to do that is because you're not going to see the interconnections between server, virtual machine A and virtual machine B that are on the same LAN together because you're not in the you're in a position down here. You're not in a position in between them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So for that, there's a cool utility, at least on the VMware side, called vmnet-sniffer.
Ooh.
So check this out. If you do vmnet-sniffer, vmnet-sniff, yeah, there we go. TAC help. And you can see, basically, you just specify, okay, we want TAC E for the Ethernet, and then we're going to specify vmnet8. Actually, it's TAC E and then TAC W, thank you all. And then we can write it out to a file, and we'll say blah.pcap, and then we'll, I don't know, specify the device. So you actually have to do /dev/vmnet8. You can't actually just do vmnet8 for some reason. And of course, I am lacking sudo today, but there we are. We're running that. Again, let me get my ping going, and you can see, there we go.
Nice.
Right?
Very cool.
And I'll go ahead and Control-C, and now,
so now you have that pcap file.
ls start.pcap, and there it is.
Cool. Okay, so now that you have that, let's fire up Wireshark and do some Wireshark packet analysis, right? That's what we're going to do?
Sure, yeah. No, that sounds great.
Sweet.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
All right,
I love Wireshark.
So Wireshark, blah.pcap, ampersand, so that my command prompt comes back and it runs in the background, and it's like, oh, you don't have permission to read that. Hey, you know why?
Why?
lstac-la blah.pcap. Oh, who's the owner of that file? Okay, chmod sudo chmod dk in the group dk.
Gotta fix your sudo, man.
Pcap. No, that's how you.
There you go.
Invalid mode.
Oh, dk.
Oh. Do not put a colon? Hang on. What am I doing? I'm not trying to chmod this file. I'm just trying to chown this file. I swear to you guys, I have Linuxed before. There we go. Now, if I lstac-la blah.pcap, you'll see that it belongs to me.
Nice.
Belongs to me.
Okay, so let's open up Wireshark. No error. That's
all
good.
right. There we go. And hey, we have we have all the typical stuff you might imagine. We have.
Of course we do.
Let me make that a little bigger. So we've got some ARP packets. We got some
ICMP.
DNS packets because we had to figure out the IP address of Darren.kitchen, best URL ever, and then we got a
reply and requests from your ping.
Right, and it said, yo dog, here's the IP address of that, and then yeah. It's like, hey, give me a ping. Here's your reply. Here's ping. Here's your reply.
Okay.
Yay.
So that's all fun and good, but we should probably watch the traffic while it's going through live to see what's happening too.
Indeed. And you'll probably want to go ahead and configure Wireshark to go ahead and be able to do that without a root user. And this is just kind of a quick tip. And I must mention that if you're new to Wireshark, you absolutely have to go and watch Hak5, which is like on my laptop somewhere, right there. As I break my laptop. But Shannon does a fantastic series on this.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I did an entire series, I think it was like 20 episodes or something, about basically the basics of Wireshark. So if you've never used it before, check it out, and it will be extremely useful to you, I hope. Okay, so what are we going to run to actually make this happen live?
Okay, well, just the real quick tip is if you haven't already, after you install Wireshark, do a dpkg-reconfigure on wireshark-common. I I can't type today. And we just get asked if we want to go ahead and set this up for non-super users to be able to capture packets. And if that's successful, and we'll go ahead and say like, yeah, actually we do want to do that, then you'll need to do a sudo usermod
Sweeto!
tac A, tac G, Wireshark to whatever your user is, which is, you know, $capital user. Anyway, I've already done all of that. You log out, you log back in, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
For some reason, my computer is not liking me holding down backspace. It wants multiple. It's so needy right now. Hi, I love technology. Let's go ahead and monitor some packets.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's zen like get our packet sniffing on.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and close that. And from Wireshark, we're just going to go ahead and select vmnet-8. Just going to softly double click on that. And then I'm just going to watch. I'm going to scroll to the bottom so it'll go ahead and, yeah, and we can see there's lots of packets coming through. Look at those happy packets.
That's a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is all that stuff?
I don't know. What is going on here?
There's a couple of things. Let's see. We've got some.
Oh my God, speak up.
All right. I'm sorry.
It's going to be so hard to edit you.
We got DNS going on. Obviously, domain name system. It's checking IP addresses. We got DHCP version 6 because we have a DHCP network here, so it's getting like its IP address information from different computers. We got ICMP, which is ping. What else? There's a lot of different protocols happening here. And mind you, this is a Windows 7 VM that I just spun up.
Yeah.
I haven't configured anything.
Right.
So if you're wondering what all that stuff is, like for instance, that mdns stuff is NetBIOS, which is like your network basic input output system. It's a really old protocol.
Yeah.
And it's the Windows implementation of it, which is sometimes called WINS, which is the Windows Information Name System, which can be totally abused for a different reason. But basically it provides you host names for your computer on the network instead of just their IP address. Or if you just spin up a Windows VM, you're going to see tons of ssdp packets, which are for discovering different network services. It's simple service discovery protocol, and it advertises and discovers different cool stuff. And you know, it's similar to how if you spun up a Mac, suddenly you'd see a bunch of bonjour packets, and you're like, just stop speaking French.
So it's a lot of trash. You don't really need any of that stuff. We need to just get rid of it.
Yeah.
I know what we could do.
You need to silence the noise.
I feel like you need filters.
You're skipping ahead, Shannon.
Sorry, gosh.
But
Okay, I'll stop talking.
You're messing it up, Shannon.
This is what happens when you talk about Wireshark. I'm like, oh, well. Then I do the well, actually.
So the purpose of a Watson, by the way, is to ask the
Sorry.
questions that the viewers that may not know the answers need to know that they need to ask.
Tell me, how do we get rid of all the data that we don't need?
Well, Shannon, you know, we could go ahead and just disable all of those services. For instance, I could, on this Windows machine over here, I could come over to network connections. And I could go ahead and do like the properties on my LAN, which is Alt-Enter the shortcut. And I could go over to TCP/IP version 4 and hit properties, and then go to advanced. I could come over to WINS, and then I could just like check this that says, hey, don't use NetBIOS, right?
Yeah.
And similarly, I'm going to cancel out of that actually. Similarly, I could open up services.msc, and I could go ahead and look for the service named SSDP. And there's SSDP Discovery Service, and I can actually go and check it out and see, hey, it's running. And actually, I've already gone ahead and done this in testing, but it's, you know, you set it to disabled, so it doesn't run anymore. And
that's going to take a really long time, though.
yeah, because there's a lot of protocols.
Yeah. So the nice thing about Wireshark.
Yes, please take over my segment.
Sorry.
It's okay. The nice thing.
The nice thing is that we have these awesome things called filters that you can add into basically the top toolbar of Wireshark. So if you only want to look for like a specific IP address that all of your packet captures are coming from, you can filter it to just search for that specific IP address, and then you won't see anything else. Although if you do add on a filter, you can always go back and see everything else that is happening in the history. It's just going to filter it into like a subtree or a subset of the entire packet capture. So definitely check out my Wireshark hat tip series for more on those. I did like a few episodes on filters, I believe, at the time.
I should have known this going into
It's like a year ago.
Going into a segment revolving around packet sniffing. She gets really excited about sniffing packets.
I love it. It's so much fun.
Look what I found on the network. It's like, you know, Shannon comes to your office like, look at this cool packet. Like, oh.
You
It's
remember when I hacked the printer?
Yes. Oh, this is
funny.
so cool. And then she like netcats over to the printer, and some like characters start like spewing out of the printer.
It was so funny.
Because printers use stupid protocols. Yay, telnet.
was
That's
fun.
still a thing.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it was a thing. Okay, so
We're off the
anyway.
rails. This is a January. Hey, this is a January episode. We're going into the new year strong. We have to take this stuff seriously. It's not like
Yeah.
those December episodes when we were winging it.
We're at Shmoocon right now.
Even though
Yeah.
we're recording this in December. So let's say, yeah, that's actually a very good point. The display filters are the way better way to do it, because while we can use capture filters, which say, hey, don't capture these kinds of packets, or
Right.
only capture certain kinds of packets that meet these criteria, then you're only getting that.
Right.
And what we're looking for is to see, is there anything suspicious going on in this software where it's hitting, like if we're saying, laser engrave this GIF, and then suddenly like a bunch of network traffic goes to some server in China
Who
or
knows?
something, wherever,
Yeah.
that would be suspicious.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but what we do want to do is make sure we capture everything. So no capture filters, but yes, display filters, because otherwise,
filters.
we're just, I mean, look at this already. It's just, it's going and going with all this SSDP
much.
crap. So the real simple way to do this is to, in your bar at the top, do a bang paren, right? And then inside of that, so bang being exclamation point,
And paren being parentheses.
as opposed to squigglies. Say, for instance, we don't want to see SSDP anymore. We could actually just do SSDP, hit enter, and boom, they're all gone.
Right.
Because we put the bang in front of it. If we didn't, then it would just show us just the SSDP. So bang is usually an operator for not. Yay, Boolean. So we could also do or, again, it's all Boolean here. We could say, I don't know, pick another one. There's all of these packets here. We could say
UDP.
DNS. Now we don't see DNS anymore. We don't want to filter out all UDP packets, because it could be that the server, that the command and control protocol for the CNC is speaking to the botnet over some esoteric UDP type thing. So
True.
we want to just quiet the chatty stuff on the LAN that we're used to seeing, so that we can see the lady in the red dress, if you will.
It's the Matrix.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put a bunch of these in here. ARP, or ARP. That's a pretty good one that we don't need to see. Or icmp v6. There are some inherent problems with this, but we'll get back to it. Or DHCP v6, or DHCP. Or actually, it's not called DHCP, it's called boot.
Now,
for
pro
some
tip,
reason.
you'll notice when he types the stuff in, sometimes it's red and then sometimes it goes green. If it's green, that means that it works. If it's red, that means that there's an error in his Boolean filter up there.
Yep, exactly. Which is a really nice positive confirmation that you have it. Okay, so one last thing that I want to add. So I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. I got IGMP or IGMP. Okay, cool. And then we've got all that's left after I've disabled, let's see, we've disabled DNS, ARP, ICMP version 6 and version 4, DHCP version 6 and 4, llmnr, which is a Microsoft esoteric thing, same thing as mdns and IGMP. All we're left with are these UDP packets, which have to do with SSDP, that discovery protocol.
Okay.
So for those, it's actually, they're just HTTP. If you actually look at the packet, it's XML and a bunch of stuff, but basically it's looking for, like, I don't know, printers or other services on the network.
Okay.
So for those, they're always going to this destination address. If you look at the source and destination, it's always going to...
So you probably want to get rid of that destination address.
Yeah, anything going to 239.255.255.255. Same thing with the IP6 variant, which is FFO2::C. So let's say, in this case, it would be ip.dst equals, and then the IP address, 239.255.255.250, and it didn't like it because I have to put spaces.
Yeah.
It doesn't like it because I didn't put or in front of it. There you go. And then let's do that, and now it's just left to the IP version 6 stuff. So or ip.dst equals FFO2::C. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, IPv6, obviously. Hooray. Now we have nothing.
Whoa.
Oh, having nothing is so nice.
Okay. You filter out all of the Windows chat stuff. So anything else that should be in there, like malware or anything?
No, I haven't installed the malware yet. I mean, it's not perfect, by the way. These display filters are removing DNS, they
Yeah.
are removing ICMP, and as you and I know from like implementing fun things with land turtles, when you're
Oh, yeah.
trying to quietly get out of a network, you want to impersonate other protocols
Yep.
that are typically allowed, like DNS, because those are ones that you can just slip a couple extra packets in and maybe nobody will notice. I'm not saying we're doing, like we're kind of doing it by hand here. We're going to do deep packet analysis with our eyeballs, but this is fun nonetheless. And
But if the malware was really good at it, it could probably just impersonate itself as one of those things that you already knocked out.
yeah, I know, exactly. And so that's why I'm saying this is not perfect, but we're just having fun in this case. And we're going to see what this thing does. I'm betting if there's malware in here, it's probably poorly written and probably uses some, crap protocol like
Well,
IRC.
yeah.
BT dubstep, heart you IRC. And that's actually why we're using display filters and not capture filters,
Right,
because let's
yeah.
put this PCAP on the web and let you guys dissect it and see if you find the lady in the red dress and have you guys look at all the ARP packets going through our network. By the way, using a separate network for this one.
Yes,
so that's gonna
we
be
are.
fun. Yeah.
So,
Hooray.
okay, so we're going to capture all that stuff. It's in a PCAP file. So this way we have everything. We're just choosing not to see all of that noise, of course. Okay, so I think we should install that malware.
Okay.
I think it's time.
Cool. Well, thankfully, I actually just downloaded the malware on my Linux box. And again, one of the reasons why I love VMware Workstation is, for instance, that I can just grab this file and just boop, drag it onto there, and hooray! And now we can go ahead and go through the installation. So we're going to do that first. Oh, see how I did that?
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
But first-
But first, a message from our awesome sponsor, domain.com. You guys know that great ideas start with great domains. I had this amazing idea to take my name and put it on the internet, so I registered Darren.kitchen. Best URL ever. And I got it over at domain.com because they have a super simple domain discovery system that helps you find the best domain just for you. And their checkout process is ridiculously easy. So your website's going to be up and online in no time flat. And get this, the guys over at domain.com, huge fans of Hak5, and they have a coupon code just for us to share with you guys. It spells Hak5 and it's HAK5. And when you use it at checkout at domain.com, you get 20% off. It's huge, right? So check it out. And guess what? You can also say huge thanks to the folks over at domain.com supporting Hak5 for years by tweeting at them at domain.com and say, hey, thanks for supporting those crazy Hak5 guys. So when you think domain names, think domain.com. Let's go ahead and fire it up. And it says that connection to the COM port failed, probably caused by driver. Install a driver now, and you're like, yeah, let's install that driver. Oh, UAC, sure, let's bypass that. Yes. And then this looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and just hit install. And the driver is successfully pre-installed in advance. Okay, cool. So now we can go ahead and turn on the laser engraver and plug in the USB port. And that's the nice thing about this is, and that BJNP stuff, I'm not familiar with BJNP protocol. I wonder what that is. Removable devices, and the USB serial, and let's go ahead and connect. All right, and we get driver software successfully installed, and it's now COM3. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if the driver is working. So I'm going to go press up.
Oh, it's working.
Okay. Let me
It's moving.
hit down.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I can move the print bed and the
Print bed.
Huh. Well, let's drag a file onto it. I have over here. I have a Hak5 logo. Let's go ahead and just drop the Hak5 logo onto the desktop there. And then where is that logo? There it is. Move that so you can see it. Move you so I can see you. Okay. So the way the software works is you just drag on a logo or whatever you want, and we can go ahead and make it a little smaller. And then you can track the frame, essentially. So it says carving preview box. And if I switch over to, so I'm going to hit that and go to wide. So you can see what it's doing. Basically, it creates a little, I should probably be wearing this while looking at the laser.
Good point.
But yeah, it's it's saying it's going to print in that area. I don't know how well you guys are able to see that, so I'll just hold this up. But basically,
oh, dude.
yeah, you can see the laser.
I don't think you should lift that up while it's doing that.
Oh, why not? It's just
It's making a terrible noise.
No, it's not. It's fine. It was cheap. I'm gonna hit stop. Okay.
Cool. So
I mean,
it works.
All right, so let's go ahead and engrave the Hak5 logo. So this slider here is to determine how long to go for each. Let me make this VM a little bit bigger because this software is not happy being at that size. In fact, let me close it and reopen that software. All right, cool. And carving time is at 32 milliseconds. Let's drop that to 24. Again, nothing interesting yet. Throw in that logo, make it smaller. And I don't know, start. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Schmirk!
I'm not supposed to move it like this, but whatever. Isn't that cute? There's smoke coming off this thing and everything. And it's engraving the Hak5 logo.
I'm blowing it at you.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
So it's working, yay. But is it doing anything?
Well, let's see. Well, the software is now not responding.
Uh-oh.
That might just mean it's crap software.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing nothing but BJNP. So I've either filtered everything out too much, or I don't know what BJNP protocol is. I should probably figure that one out. Let's get rid of our capture filter and see what is it doing. Yeah, more of those SSDPs, like I'm expecting. Some mdns's, more of that. That's all to the local LAN. If you look at the destination, it's really the destination column and the protocol column that I'm really interested in most. So, you know, to broadcast, to the LAN, more to the LAN.
I think it got confused.
Well, I mean, I think we've determined that it's crap software for sure. In fact, it's frozen. Just
Ooh, the world is so blue now.
Fixed. Ooh, yeah. I think we're supposed to wear the green ones for that particular wavelength of laser.
Oh,
the
well,
red
thanks.
one is for the, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah. Just don't, put them in your eyes, kids.
Yeah.
You'll poke your eye out with that thing. Now I want to play with the Red Rider. Honestly, I'm just glancing at it, but just looking at the destinations for these.
You don't see anything odd.
I would think like, oh, DNS queries to some overseas weird place.
I feel like we should get Dualcore in here to talk to us about reverse engineering malware.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's a great idea as well. Actually, kind of like as a bonus, I didn't really expect to do this, but let me just fire up this one thing, and that's, let's take a look at VirusTotal. VirusTotal.com, fantastic little website. Basically, let me choose a file, go here to that htpow2exe, and go ahead and scan that. So it uploads it, and it recently also did this, and the detection ratio was 8 to 58. So we view that analysis, and basically what VirusTotal does is it runs your file through all of these different antivirus software. So we got Komodo and CrowdStrike and FPROT and GData and McAfee and Symantec. So they all saw it as, some droppers and some, online games and Trojans and
Adware.
stuff.
Yeah.
But then you look at AVG, says it was good. And Avast says it was good, and Bitdefender said it's good, and ClamAV said it was good, and Kaspersky said it was good, and Microsoft said it was good, and Sophos said it was good, and that's a lot of people saying it's good. So is it malware?
I don't know.
It's a mystery.
That's weird.
I just thought this was a fun example of taking a look at what packets are going on out of a VM, because you can apply this to just about anything, whether it's a legitimate piece of software that you're trying to debug, on your corporate environment, or if it's potential malware. Either way, answer to the question of, am I still going to run this code on my bare metal is no. Because it's just a simple CNC. And
Yeah.
I also, when I'm doing makey stuff anyway, I want to be using Linux regardless.
Yeah,
so I'll just
of course.
fire up a Windows VM to run the crap software that comes with it and engrave my little thing and say, hey, that was $80 well spent, and be done with my day.
Well, it seems to work okay.
It's
not bad.
It could be a little better.
It could, but you know, it's kind of working.
It's not a, we're not a tech, we're not a consumer electronics review show. Maybe
Oh, that's me. That's my other show.
Maybe I'll lend this to you and Patrick to play with. Not like you don't have enough stuff going on with CES, which is
I know, right?
either has just finished or
Last
is
week.
going on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So check out, there we go. Perfect segue. See, I just did the time warp again.
That was good. I like it.
Go and check out Tech Thing.
Yeah.
So for all of your CES coverage of
TEK thing, and you can find it on hak5.org too, so you don't have to travel very far.
HAK, TEK, whatever you want.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below, or you can email us feedback@hak5.org about this whole scenario thing happening here. If you've gotten one of these and you've figured out the malware, let us know, because I'm curious
Yeah.
if there is malware
Let's
actually.
Definitely hit up 80, or if you're
Yeah.
a reverser, and you want to take a crack at this binary.
Totally.
I've stopped the packet capture, so I'm just going to go ahead and save this, and we'll put it in the show notes if anybody wants to play with this, because it's not on our network, so that's pretty
So
cool
who
too.
cares?
Yeah.
You can always support the show too. You can go over to hakshop.com if you want to check out all of our sweet, sweet gadgets. We have Wi-Fi pineapples, USB rubber duckies, and land turtles over there, as well as a bunch of really cool kits, as two that you can purchase.
Yeah.
Lots of fun stuff. And lastly, this weekend we are at Shmoocon. Super excited. Should probably be there by now. At the time of recording.
Yay.
So let us know what speakers you would like us to interview, because we still have like 1 or 2 days after this episode publishes to find speakers that are at Shmoocon that we can get on our show. I love knowing what you guys are interested into as far as speakers, so that helps me out a ton.
Definitely. Some tweeters maybe, and
Some tweeters.
Some bass. Definitely.
No.
Not those kind of speakers.
No.
Got it.
No,
I know
not
how to
those kind of
podcast.
speakers.
All right, well, hey, I hope you guys will all join us next week as we have our roundup from Shmoocon. And with that, I'm Darren Kitchen.
I'm Shannon Morse.
Trust your technolust. Ooh, I found a packet.
You found a packet?
Just one.
Just one packet?
It's a UDP packet. I'll tell you a joke about it, but I'm afraid you wouldn't get it.
How big is the packet?
I don't know, what's the MTU?
How big is your packet?
It is 134 bytes, is the frame.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. That's pretty normal.
You want to hear a joke about user datagram protocol?
What?